자그만 꽃잎에 시선이 머물러 처음 우리 마주했던 그날 문득 생각나. 사실은 겁이 나고 모든 게 서툴어 걱정했는데 옆에 있어준 그대가 있었기에 꿈 같던 그날들과 우리의 약속 선명하게 새겨져 있어. 언제든 내 이름 부르면 수많은 저민들레처럼 손잡고 날아갈게. 함께 만들 긴 여정 속에 빛처럼 밝게 피어나. 언젠가 저민들레처럼 말없이 몰래 꽃피며 오직 서로를 위해 지켜줘. 고맙다고 마음 하나하나 소중히 꼭 안을래. 저 뒤찬 바람이 잠잠해지면 우리 그때 꽃을 피울까. 철들이 쌓인 후에 없게 남은 공간 한없이 채워가. 따뜻한 네 온기가 가슴 속 깊이 선명하게 남겨져 있어. 언제든 날 다시 부르면 수많은 저민들레처럼 손잡고 날아갈게. 함께 만들 긴 여정 속에 빛처럼 밝게 피어나. 언젠가 저민들레처럼 말없이 몰래 꽃피며 오직 서로를 위해 지켜줘. 고맙다고 마음 하나하나 소중히 꼭 안을래. 네맘 가득 꽃잎이 번질 수 있게. 날 감싸안고 힘을 모아 바람을 불어보며 끝없이 또 매일같이 우리 새로이 피어나. 너를 비추는 빛을 따라 끝없는 이야기 그려갈 새로운 날들을 함께 해줘서 참 고맙다고 마음을 다해서 너린 꼭 안을게.
Good evening and welcome. Actually, check the levels, Ben. Yeah, that looks good. Good evening and welcome to Queen Oneka's Kingdom of Al Jazeera, where she has she's doing pretty well at converting the counts of the Empire of Outremer to be Fraticelli, in the hope that she can turn the entire Empire Fraticelli in due course. So if we stop scrolling the map southeastwards and manage to actually click on the character finder and sort the realm of the Empire of Outremer by rank, we can see that Oneka is the only, that the Emperor is still Catholic. Oneka is the only secretly Fraticelli king. Okay, she's a queen, but king level vassal. She is also strictly the only Fraticelli queen because she's the only queen. Anyway, but some of the dukes are secretly Fraticelli, and I don't know, maybe we're at about half the counts. Quite a lot of red crosses down here. Okay, there's a kind of gap here. I wonder why that is. So we might want to do a bit more of that, but it's looking reasonably solid. Like, after all, we only have to be able to win the Holy War when the Emperor turns against us, I think. What I'm slightly worried about is if I become openly Fraticelli, then will the Emperor just immediately try to take my title? But I can always fight him if he does.
That's what happened last time.
Yeah, true, and he lost. He didn't even have a religious excuse for it that time. So, I mean, I don't think I want to try to openly become Fraticelli right now. I think I'm feeling like we're still not quite as solid as we could be. Plus, like, I just don't like this having a hole in my kingdom. Of course, I say that, but actually, no, strictly, there isn't a hole in my kingdom here because I don't go all the way around the Badiat Hasham desert yet.
And I have to say, given what's likely to happen when you try and publicly become Fraticelli, you do want to have as big a power base as possible.
And like, we have a perfectly good claim on the Duchy of Samara. So what I had some other ideas though. One was, oh look, Arabia's currently in the middle of a war with a revolt. Oh, but the revolt's about to win. Ugh. That's annoying because I've got a truce with the leader of the revolt. Damn it. I should have been quicker. I have a truce with Lambert of the Arabian Revolt. Oh, but only for a little over a year. So maybe we actually wait for that revolt to finish. And actually, what kind of revolt is it? Like, is it a revolt where he's actually trying to take the war against the tyranny of is just a revolt for someone to step down?
Yeah.
War, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't guarantee that the person prosecuting it is the one that's going to...
No, let's see who the heir to... the heir is Princess Maria of Arabia. Okay, now my question is, how do I work out whether I have a truce with an unlanded character? Because she can't appear in my list of truces, because that can only show the that only shows landed characters. But if it turns out I have a truce with her, I think I don't. I don't think I recognise her. Actually, I could see if she's ever been Queen of Arabia, couldn't I? That would be fairly easy.
Are you now, or have you
Ever been Queen of Arabia? Yes, she has been Queen of Arabia. So I've probably gone to war with her. Well, since it'll be a territorial war, though, maybe she can inherit the war without me being a truce breaker.
I think that works.
Right, what's the best? Well, I probably haven't got a good de jure claim because it would be a county claim if it was a de jure one. So what have I got? Don't really want Socotra. I mean, Nefud is bigger, but it's that really unhelpful bit of desert. It's quite tempting to take Sinai and get myself like the whole of the, almost the whole of the Mediterranean coast of Outremer.
Yeah, that table appears to say claim Nefud, claim Stoat, claim Snoozer.
No, claim Nefud, claim Sinai, claim Socotra.
Okay, it does look a lot like Stoat.
That's nice.
You have two options to claim Sinai because there are two possible different excuses.
Yes. So Clotilda of Wessex has a claim on Sinai, as does Countess Adelinde of Azarca, who has at least the advantage of being younger and already landed. Oh no, they're claims on two different things called Sinai.
Oh.
One a duchy and one
Yes, Adelinde has a claim on the county of Sinai, which is that county there. Clotilda has a claim on the Duchy of Sinai, which is what I actually want. So I need to land Clotilda first, but that's fine. I've been saving a city for that job. Ooh, I could probably then found a merchant republic on the thing. Mediterranean, because I'm going to grant her a city. I'm granting her the city of Bishapur, which is quite a long way from Sinai. So she is now Mayor Clotilda of Bishapur. Don't die. I know you're 77 years old. But just hold on for a bit. Right, and then we can declare war on King Wido of Arabia to claim Sinai on the behalf of the mayor of Bishapur. Somewhere among the zillions of other things I can claim. Right. Now, meanwhile, how am I off for devotion? I've got 111, so I can't attempt to convert any landed adults. He's a bit young. He's a bit young. He's a bit bishop. And a king. Are there any aged people whose heirs need converting? Because I probably can't directly convert a duke, but she's only 53, but might work. Let's give it a go. He's zealous, not a hope. Oh, he's zealous, nuisance. Now we're into count level people. You obviously can't convert any counts directly with our current amount of money. Are there any aged counts who are about to inconveniently die and we need to ensure that their heirs are secretly Fraticelli? Let's go for him as well. That will burn basically all my remaining devotion. I seem to have some idle council members. Let's keep the marshal around. We'll probably have to send him off to fight people. We'll do some fairly ordinary hunting of... Oh yes, can I... Oh, it's too late now. I was going to say, can I attempt to lay the foundations of religion elsewhere in other counties? So... Oh, everyone's saying my stream has gone fut. Let's have a look. Yes, it's true. I'm just going to watch it and check that... Yeah, that seems to be alive still. Yeah, I seem to be receiving my own stream fine. So for now, I'm going to say that it's entirely Google's fault. Right. So, what do I need to do now? I probably need to raise some troops, don't I? Because there are some great big armies and I need to try to hit the correct great big armies, which is inconvenient because the Arabian army is obviously in the revolt's territory and the revolt army is in Arabia's territory, but they're probably going to reunify fairly soon, which Probably means we're going to want most of our army. Let's do this by extreme violence. Oh, looks like I don't have any weird bits of territory up there anymore. Also, there's a Byzantine revolt, but I don't think that's such a high priority. No, that's slightly too many troops to try to send down one side, I think. I suppose actually we want, though we probably want to start by stomping into the place we want to take anyway. Actually, let's send that lot that way. Get them to a conveniently nearby patch of Arabian territory. So we probably don't want to get into a fight with Socotra. Maybe I need to send some people down to deal with those rebels in Nizwa, but let's leave them for now. And we don't want to get into a fight with that big rebel army either. Right, leaving a tome of the Bible with a warrior-y person, yes. Warrior-y page. Another warrior-y person. Warrior-y page. Or something. Whose Manrique do I care? I was in the middle of a conversation with the chef when Manrique appears, not the Emperor of Outremer, from nowhere, a low-born Manrique who appears to be of no interest at all. But he has got 13 diplomacy, we'd quite like to keep him. Grabs me by the arm and pulls me to a nearby room. With a wrinkled forehead and sweaty palms, he told me that he intends to leave our society after being haunted too many times by shadows in the darkness. Do I try to persuade him by talking about solidarity, devotion, or just allow him to leave?
I mean, it's a point where someone starts whittering about shadows in the darkness. Darkness is entirely shadows.
Yes. I have very little idea. He's got more diplomacy than he has learning, so let's try solidarity. Excellent. Nuno is reading the Bible and should join the Fraticelli faithful. Sadly, Wilhelm has not joined. So that at least means that the next Duke of Mufasa... Oh right, no, my war has ended inconclusively.
Did your claimants snuff it?
I don't know, let's have a look. It's possible. Yes, Mayor Hupold of Bishopur has inherited the city of Bishopur from Mayor Clotilda of Bishopur. She lasted like a month or so into the war. So her eldest son has inherited the claim. But first I'm going to have to dismiss all my troops. They're all still on my territory, aren't they? Not sure. Yes, no, those ones aren't. Maybe they're still on friendly territory though. Well, let's dismiss them kind of by hand. Most of them are movement locked because they're like first halfway through their first move to a different county. That's nice, if fairly irrelevant. Is he heir to anything interesting? I don't think so, no. I gave a speech to Manrique about the importance of solidarity for our movement. I emphasised how important every member of our society is so that we can be strong together. Manrique seemed to sympathise with my speech and told me that he will continue to back our cause. One for all and all for one.
Not the slogan I expected. Okay.
Looks like also the Arabian Revolt has ended. And indeed, Queen Maria of Arabia has taken the throne, and I have a truce with her. So rather inconveniently, that war, while I probably still have the casus belli, though I would have to land the new owner, because conveniently it's no, actually that's I've got two claimants on the Duchy of Sinai now. Sadly, I am I do have a truce with her for the next 4 years because she has been Queen of Arabia before, and we've already been at war with Arabia while she was queen. Still, Arabia seems to be almost as unstable as the Byzantine Empire, so I wouldn't be surprised if it gets a new queen before long. I note that Guido di Spoleto is first in line, so if Maria happens to leave by one means or another, he will be back on the throne. Oh yes, I've got this revolt down here that I should give a quick squishing to, shouldn't I? Right, excellent. Nuno Berna and Atones has joined the Fraticelli faithful and might one day become Duke of Mufasa as well. I'm just going to wait for this army to get a little bit more morale. And we'll try and kill Monio di Praia, are you? He's an heir to a bunch of counties. If he doesn't get it, then his little brother will. Actually, I think the correct thing for us to do is to say, don't kill Monio. I want to drag him into my court and turn him Fraticelli. Stop trying to kill him. But on the other hand, let's palm off this kid on one of my commanders. And then we will grab the previous kid, assuming we can. He is under my protection. Right, that's probably about enough time. Give ourselves some half-decent commanders. Stomp in there. I summoned Monio, where I proceeded to read him the Bible. I could tell from the first minute I had a real challenge ahead of me. The lad was fidgeting in his seat and played with his sleeves. However, I was not expecting him to shout at me when I brought up God. I will give this one more try, but that's terrible for my everything. No, I think he's not that important to me. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have stopped someone trying to murder him. Indeed, I should have waited until I could tell whether he was going to convert and then decided whether I was going to say, don't murder him, or yes, I'll join your plot to murder him. P.S. He's in my court and my ward.
Yeah.
Stokeface, oh well, next time I will know to do that in a different order. Oh, Duke Nuno of Galilee is trying to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Damascus. Excellent.
Does the game deliberately model when a name is owned by someone illustrious, lots of people get named after them later?
I think so, yes. It's certainly...
Lots of Nunos around.
It certainly has a thing of different cultures have different ways to name people. And like some people will tend to name them after their parents or their grandparents or illustrious predecessors or whatever. And like Verity had the beautiful thing where she named one of her children Badgertron. And the game just happily named his son Badgertron Badgertrones. I can totally construct a patronymic from that name you provided. So yes, I very much suspect that the ludicrous number of Nunos we've got around has been because I played as a particularly impressive Nuno. But this does tend to be that if you're doing well, everyone ends up with the same name.
Yeah. Particularly if you happen to be away on campaign a lot, and so depending on that's at sort of one end of the age range, and the other end of the age range, you're not having kids yourself to name them. It's your kids having kids and naming them inconveniently.
Yes, Ordonio has not yet had any children. Amusingly, he's my rival and has a plus 89 opinion of me. Right, that's dealt with that. So, we can't now go to war with Arabia unless... What? Okay, there is an Arabian revolt. Liutbert is now... Again, what are you doing? Liutbert keeps... He just had a war against the tyranny of King Guido. Managed to kick Guido out to replace him with Maria. He's now having a war against the tyranny of Maria, which will replace Maria with Guido. Right, good luck, because I would quite like to go to war with Guido. I can't go to war with you, because I think I've got a truce with you, because you keep revolting. Oh, no, I don't have a truce with you. Yes, I do. You've just got new arms. Or a new revolt shield. Yes, I have a truce with Liutbert for another almost a year. After a previous war. Right, but while they're sorting that out, maybe I should go after Samara, because like the King of Abyssinia is still pretty soft. I think I have a claimant on Samara who is a Dispoleto, and therefore I have two claimants on Samara who are Dispoletos. That one is already secretly Fraticelli. His heir isn't, though, and she's zealous, so that might be a bit unfortunate. Alternatively, there's the guy with the hair who is not Fraticelli, but also not zealous. So maybe we should see if we can convert him first. And then if we can, he would be a good candidate. And we can probably also see if we could... apparently this kid is close enough to us. Oh yes, because of course he's in my court. Because I invited his father to my court. Well, let's try to induct the son as well. Because usually I'm trying to induct the children of counts, and those children obviously won't be in my court unless I put some effort in. You know, Heramel, not easily converted. Anzar, on the other hand, was easily converted. Good. Yes, join the Fraticelli faithful. Are we over 100 yet? No, still. We had 99 members at the end of the last session.
Some of them probably died.
Indeed, Duchess Ursula of Al-Bahrain has inherited Al-Bahrain of her, I thought, yes, 29-year-old mother. But someone had inducted Duchess Ursula into the Fraticelli faith before she inherited the duchy. So that's another duchy gone, another duchy ruled by a Fraticello. So we have converted both. So both of those, my claimants, are Fraticelli, and one of them has a son who is not zealous. Was it the hairy one who has the son that's not zealous? Yes. And that claim would get us the whole of that island. Well, not island. CK2 is an island. I don't really know that we need all of our troops for this job. Oops. Because Alfonso only has, he has 10,000 now, maybe we need slightly more. Just check, this guy is a Di Spoleto, his son is a Di Spoleto, though we would have to declare the war again in that case. Cunigunda Di Spoleto is in need of someone to teach her. She is totally dull. Well, I'll take her under my wing and try to turn her Fraticelli first. Actually, no, she's in my court. I don't need her under... Maybe it works better if they are your ward, though. That would seem sensible.
Yeah, because you might see them a bit more than the average.
Yes. Should probably assign him to someone. Is there anyone Fraticelli in my court? What? I should assign him to someone Fraticelli and then go, but that... Maybe they're just not shown as Fraticelli in this list. Oh well. No, Anzar will not join the Fraticelli faithful though. Anso Leopoldes, oh yes, he's not bad, claims you would make a better chaplain than Bishop Tomasz. I mean, I suppose that's technically true.
But have you managed to make your chaplain secretly Fraticelli?
Yes, but so is the candidate.
Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah, go on. So Anso Leopoldes is now my court chaplain with 21. Did he get an extra one for being my court chaplain? Doesn't look like it. Curious. With 21 learning, well, let's set him to researching culture. Don't think I have a better use for him at the moment, though I might have quite soon. I presume if I were to set him to proselytise now, he would try to turn everyone Catholic, which would be unhelpful.
I'm not clear what happens in that situation, but I think they would
Yeah.
try and turn people Catholic.
What I really want is for him to be going out and secretly planting the seeds of Fraticelliism everywhere.
But I'm not sure that that's what happens.
No. Actually, let's put all these in one county for now. It's probably safe. Make sure that we have a siege leader in there somewhere. Carlos or Polycarpos. Have we got either of those? Actually, we can check that. Tells us whether we have a siege leader. We have a siege leader. Right, so about this child. Have I dealt with my excess of wards? Yes, I have. Good. I can't induct her into the Fraticelli faith. Oh, because she's not old enough yet. Oh, well, I'll teach her for 2 years first, unless I find a better person to teach. On which subject? Let us search for non-Fraticelli children who might be convertible. Ehrman, Count of Jeddah. Problem is I can't check whether anyone's tried to convert them recently. Without actually dragging them all the way to my court. Let's try to find a new guardian for Monio di Praia. I think because we didn't manage to convert him and he's now stuck. It was like we can't convert him because because he's been approached to be inducted into another faith recently. Yeah, go and talk to my husband. So Morcar is thing zealous, but Ehrman looks like he might be usable. This, of course, depends on whether his... Oh no, he would be a hostage in a foreign power. Okay, we can't recruit him then. Ignatios, Duke of Aleppo, is still a bit young. Not sure it's worth converting barons, but on the other hand, it is free. Apparently, I may not be able to do that either. No, you consider me to be a foreign power. Okay. Okay, so there are no children who immediately need converting. His heir is sorted already. His heir isn't. I haven't got enough. Oh no, he's been approached already. He's Count Ehrman of Jeddah, who will not join my court, or will not allow himself to be taught by me. She's zealous. He's zealous. She's too young. He's much too young. He's already dealt with. Donato Bermudez. He does not appear to have had anything interesting happening to him. So that no is suspicious. Would be considered a thing in a foreign WAS name. No. Zealous. Already Fraticelli. Already Fraticelli himself, though admittedly his brother is not. So to be on the safe side, maybe we should try to convert the brother as well. Right. Meanwhile, we are besieging those bits of Samara we can get at while waiting to see what Abyssinia tries. Oh yes, I was going to mention on IRC but forgot that one of the things in the Korean test I did yesterday, in the one of the sentences I had to understand, oh there's a child, what literally translated to something like, the fridge has moved into my heart.
Okay, what?
I mean, heart in a fairly broad sense, maum, so it might be soul. Which turns out to be an idiom to mean that I really like the thing. It was like there was a little sequence of sentences which was, my friend has moved back to her hometown, and she's given me this fridge, and it's a really really big good fridge. The fridge has moved into my heart. Which one of these sentences is correct? And one of them was like, I really like the fridge. And I got that one right, even though I didn't know the idiom, because it was a pretty obvious idiom. I didn't even know what the verb was. It was like, this fridge has done something to my heart.
Might have been I really hate the fridge.
But you wouldn't have said it was really good then, would you?
It's true.
Well, we were improving Duke Ignatios's opinion of me, at least. While we wait for him to be old enough to convert. Apparently, my daughter Emily, with 2 eyes, well, I mean, that's probably the correct number, is in need of a guardian. And she is currently of the wrong religion, but she's also currently a bit too young. So let's for now let her father deal with her. Right, Amadeus of Wessex, who I think is like heir to something or other. Heir to the Duchy of Tripoli. Oh, he's too young. I keep doing this. Well, let's hold on to these 2 children who are too young, whom I've accidentally ended up as guardian of, and we'll fix them in a couple of years. Probably, unless I get bored. Maybe in a couple of years we'll have declared thing to be the state religion anyway. Try to turn my vassals humble. Right, are there any? There appear to be 142 Abyssinian troops standing around there. Another 112 wandering down the coast. Can't currently see any other Abyssinian troops around. Ooh, what's the Outremer Independence faction now has 2 members. So, I mean, one approach to not getting my titles revoked would just be to declare independence from Outremer. But
I mean, if you can also, if options are take over Ultraman, then you can do that. That's a good thing.
don't think I can get a claim on it is the problem. If I'm big enough, of course, I could usurp it.
Yes.
But that requires occupying 80% of its territory for a kingdom.
You mean Empire?
Empire. It's kingdom, it's 50%, isn't it? My truce with Liutbert of the Arabian Revolt is going to expire soon, as he repeatedly changes who his ruler is. He is winning against the Queen. Surely I can't, yes, I can't join his war. He's a king. I should induct him into the Fraticelli faith while he's not having a revolt. Yeah, you can perfectly well induct bishops. He's not zealous, so he can be persuaded that actually bishops shouldn't have so much money. Let us do some more building. Since we have lots of money lying around, well, fairly large amount of money lying around. Who's Wolfram de Foggia? He appears to be pretty dull. Yeah, go on, kill him. Well, there's a lot of holdings in this county. Let us build a camel riding ground in Shiraz. Okay, we have schools and, oh, we could build that would be an expensive university, but it's generally good to have universities. Yeah, maybe it's not that good. I mean, just besieging everything in this county is going to get me a pretty solid amount of war score, it looks like. Which is probably for the best, because Abyssinia appears to be hiding from me.
Yeah, it happens.
Yes, I've appointed a heretic. Most of us are heretics here. Would you like to be a heretic? No, you're zealous.
What's the name of that character? It wasn't Bishop Giles of Ham, was it?
Sorry?
What is the name of that character? It looks from here like Bishop Giles of Ham.
Bishop Gillen of Hatra.
Oh, it wasn't Barnard.
No. %50 war score. Oh, I'm missing a commander. I should fix that. My son Ordonio is now Prince Ordonio the Twitchy. Yes, he's heir to the kingdoms of Syria, Jerusalem and Al Jazeera, but he is still known as Ordonio the Twitchy. He is zealous and paranoid and secretly Fraticelli. Oh dear, I'm ill. Well, if the kingdom is inherited by Prince Ordonio, so be it. That'll be slightly annoying because he won't inherit the...
The rank of whatnot in the Fraticelli faithful.
No, that will be obtained by Theodosia of Kurdistan. Siege of Hit, or something. Hit. Is apparently a castle. No, seemed to be better. Not in imminent danger of dying. Oh, it's an army. Hello, hello, Abyssinian army. Where are you going? Oh, you have King Hugo is heading into Karbala, which is desert. Let's finish off besieging this rather tough fort, and then we'll consider what to do about them. Oh, you have so much technology.
It's going to be a hard-fought siege.
Yes. We have vast amount of cultural advances available. More noble customs. We've got fairly low crown authority, so that's probably a good plan. Oh, I'm still short of a commander. I'm still short of 2 commanders. Well, Georg appears to have 21 martial points, so let's take him.
Well, he's an outlier.
Yes, but that's what we want. So if we can find an organiser, that would be nice. You get an organiser with Marshal 14. Yeah, go on. We haven't got anyone else that terrible, so it's probably okay. I suppose I could just check if I've got a random organiser kicking around my court. No, not yet. All these messages. Gonzalo de Praia is now known as the Scholar. Duke Gonzalo, the Scholar of Ascalon. Elodie de Valois seeks to kill Pierres of Amara. Please don't. Countess Wulfhilda of Antioch is trying to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Antioch. Carry on. Dissolving non-aggression pact. Clotilda of Wessex seeks to kill Ladron Theophaneses, who is 4 years old. That's an odd thing to want to do, but I'm not going to stop you. Sighelm of Wessex, the spy master of Madabar, seeks to kill Hiran Teferi. Again, I don't know why you're doing that, but I don't think I'm going to try to stop you. Right, so the siege of Hit is over. So where are you going now? You're heading for Baghdad. Right, let me raise some troops over here to help. Oh, that would be nice, yes. Right, you lot head to Kirkuk. You lot head to Samara. And actually, let's stick one of my organisers in each of these armies. Okay, we already had one there, he was just on a different flank. And not Georg, but Porin. Okay, you're just going to sit down on the plains of Baghdad. Well, that's brave. I mean, I'd quite like this army to have slightly more... oh, no. You're going to come and meet me on the plains of Samara. Well, I'll hold this army back for a moment. Wait until you're committed to coming to meet a slightly superior army on the plains of Samara, and then turn it into a vastly superior army. What? Is my liege engaged in a stupid war? All right, yes, my liege is engaged in a stupid war as part of the Najdid Holy War for Etelkurs. Okay. King Meinhard of Wallachia accepted Emperor Manrique the Monk's offer to join the Najdid Holy War for Etelkurs on the defending side. Yeah, don't mind you fabricating claims on the Duchy of Baghdad if that's what you want to do. Special tithe. Oh look, we've got two narrow flanks despite being on plains. I was inspecting the damage to the highest tower in Mosul, when the head of Amadeus appeared outside the window 50 metres above ground. What should I do with this curious child? Amadeus is the heir to the Duchy of Tripoli.
No, probably don't push him for battlements now.
So I can say curiosity has never killed anyone, which might make him honest or brave, but possibly wounded or maimed.
It gains you the trait liar, surely.
Teach him a lesson, which makes it very push him off the battlements. 80% chance of that Amadeus will be maimed, which will also give him a minus 200 opinion penalty. 20% chance that he dies. But I don't actually. Well, no, I don't want him dead. I might be able to turn him Fraticelli. At which point I want to do this to his elder brother, or strictly forbid him to climb the tower, which will either make him craven or make him deceitful. Let's forbid him to climb the tower in the hope that it makes him craven, because that's probably good in a vassal. Oh good, he's turned out craven. Yes, I've appointed a heretic.
Oh no, what a shame.
I mean, as long as you're making sure to only appoint the right kind of heretics.
Yes. Right, 95% war score.
I'm still having that.
So I think besiege the barony of Samara, and all will be well. Zala Malenos seeks to kill Alarico de Praia, who is heir to the Duchy of Ascalon. He's far too young to have been converted yet. I don't really mind. Duke Lambert of Tripoli is a mastermind theologian. Do you think he would like to join the Fraticelli faithful? Oh, I've got an awful lot of devotion. I should be trying to convert more counts. There really aren't very many candidates left. Pretty sure we've tried to induct the Bishop of Medina once already. Prince Bishop of Medina, sorry. Right, that's 4 more Bibles sent off. Bah. Lambert, despite being of age, does not wish to join the Fraticelli faithful and try to bring in more people. So what would Countess Philippa like? Community will do fine. She's gregarious. He's shy. We'll have to go for philosophy for him. He's gregarious, so we'll give him community. And he's generally useless, so we'll go for philosophy. Well, I think detached priest still makes him prone to philosophy.
Yes, that makes sense. It was the idea that useless goes with philosophy, right? They don't even need voice paper baskets.
Right, I think we're reaching the point where it's about time I sent my Chancellor somewhere else to improve relations. Tripoli looks like a good candidate. Stop whinging about the things. Heretics. Hans has not read the Bible I left him. Bah. You're a bishop, you should read Bibles. Right, Countess Philippa, on the other hand, seems to have been quite useful, but we don't really need her to be in the Fraticelli faithful. Ditto Count Christopher. Okay, the bishops seem to be being unhelpful. Are we off children at the moment? Are those two both still underage? Yes. This guy is the heir to somewhere, so let's... Oh no, we can't convert him. He's probably too far away. Well, let's finish off this war then. Right. Let's just check that my claimant is a Di Spoleto and therefore will remain my vassal when this happens. Okay, I'm managing to get increased threat despite being a vassal.
It is possible, you just, have to work a bit harder. How threatening are you?
Oh, only 6%, 6.9% at the moment. So now there is not a great big gaping hole in my territory there. Al Jazeera is looking reasonably solid up there. What's the state of Arabia then? I've got the Arabian revolt is still being run by Liutbert, but I no longer have a truce with Liutbert. He is currently 74% up in his war against Queen Maria of the Empty Pockets. But he doesn't control any territory I desperately want. I mean, like, it might be nice to take some, but it's all rather inconveniently positioned. But Queen Maria I still have a truce with, don't I? Yes. Until 1300, which is 2 years away. Okay, Emperor Manrique has a terrifying number of troops. I think partly because he's in the middle of a religious war and so his vassals like him. Well, I mean, some of his vassals like him. Certain of his vassals, me for instance, do not like him. Partly because I have a minus 122 raised levies modifier. There should still be some. So, yeah, let's not openly declare our faith while our liege, for some reason, has 54,000 troops at his disposal. I mean, I think he might lose a bunch of them if he actually went to war with Al Jazeera, because I'm probably contributing about half of them. But can we take Basra by some means? Oh look, Adela di Spoleto is my kinswoman and has a claim on Basra and is in my court. Well, since there's this little duchy lying around separating 2 bits of my territory, sorry, but we kind of have to. You're sitting there looking all soft on my borders. That's my liege has joined a holy war as a defender in order to help defend Christendom from the predations of the Najidids. Yeah, indeed. Means a bunch of people are hostile to me, but that's about all. I mean, maybe after this war, my liege will actually be able to... check the numbers. Yeah, all my troops are like low morale. Let's not have them march immediately into the face of the enemy. Let's just keep them on the edges for now. So let's stick an organizer in each of those. Egidio is trying to leave. He has more learning. Let's say that devotion is important to him. Oh, right, you're coming to meet me, are you? I mean, I can see why you'd do that. Well, let's put in my most excellent commanders there then. And make sure that, actually no, Otto is going to be needed up here, isn't he? Because we really want these lot to arrive as early as possible. So instead we'll stick let's go for Georg, Battlefield Terrain Master. We get a slight bonus for being in desert. But we do start with a bit of a morale disadvantage because they're vassal troops. Egidio has decided to stay with us. Excellent. I was hoping we get a different button from One for All and All for One for devotion. We get a few more tech points. Yes, I've got a heretic as an advisor. We've got some narrow flanks, which is good. I think will allow us to hold on until the reinforcements arrive, which will then allow us to crush the enemy. Oh look, the enemy's running away. Well, that's fine. We've got a nice lot of war score from that battle. Now let's stick in a siege leader. And settle down to the besieging. That will then at least mean that we don't have to write Al Jazeera on the map so many times. Princess Golbahar is in need of someone to teach her. Well, can I convert my current 2 wards yet?
To go to war to change the shape of your domain for typographical reasons.
Let us attempt to induct Kunigunda into the Fraticelli. We're down another commander. We've lost one of our siege leaders. Let's see if I can find a good siege leader. Yes, oh, but she's a woman. She's a woman too. My best available siege leader has martial skill 14. I mean, I suppose we can try to have him join us, but... Right, got through to Kunigunda. How about Amadeus? Right, let us attempt to induct our new commander into the faith. Just on general principles, I got through to Amadeus as well. Excellent. Right, let us palm those off on another courtier. Just tell Yarak about a legendary warrior and see if we can turn him Fraticelli. My son Bermudo, oh, he's going to need a wife. I mean, I don't know quite what Bermudo is for, mind. So we could promise him to the 43-year-old Basilissa of Italia. Seems like a good plan. Non-aggression pacts with big Catholic countries. Seem like an excellent idea. Dissolving pact, someone's attacked us, someone's been ransomed, someone's been released, another ransom, and that's it. Right, now I can start teaching my own daughter. Right, my son Bermudo is now betrothed to the Basilissa of Italia. He is liable to turn out as an excellent diplomat, which is probably okay. Indeed, currently he appears to have diplomacy 16, and that's as a 15-year-old who isn't a genius. He's going to turn out quite interesting. Excellent. My new commander is now secretly Fraticelli, despite being outwardly orthodox. I'm not sure this is a very useful state of affairs, but yes, I'm very good at persuading myself it's not bedtime yet.
Well, it's definitely not bedtime yet for me because I'm a hello.
Remember the clocks change next weekend,
Yeah, that's
so you might want a bit of a run up.
No, because Easter Monday is the 1st of April. Therefore, it's fine. I just have to go to bed at sensible time on Easter Monday.
Right, what about the next of my sons? Daughters. She's not currently Fraticelli. Can I just directly induct her without having to make her my ward then? Who's she being taught by? Is it someone good? It's me. Okay, well, we'll still attempt to induct her into the faith. Emily is now old enough to be inducted as well. Right, Emily and Golbahar are now both secretly Fraticelli, so that means that all of Oneka's children are secretly Fraticelli. Golbahar could do with being betrothed to someone, really. Wonder if there's anyone in the Holy Roman Empire we could get. Slightly disturbed by the fact that the Kaiserin is 60 years old, though, and it is still elective. Yes, so having a non-aggression pact with the current Kaiserin may not be the most useful thing. No non-aggression pacts available with the Holy Roman Empire. So, who is available? We can get Swabia and Serbia. So the other obvious thing I'd like is to get a non-aggression pact with my liege. Have you got anyone who can marry my daughter? No one very helpful, apparently. So I think it would show here if this would get me a non-aggression pact. We get a non-aggression pact with King Nuno, though I'm not really sure that's worth it. Also, I'm not sure I want that. How about Egypt? You got anyone who needs marrying? Little Prince Philibert? No, he's already betrothed. The Princess of Abyssinia, I mean, really, what's the point? Oh well, let's go for a fairly unexciting non-aggression pact for her then. King of Serbia is at least about the right age. Well, our liege is now winning the holy war against the Najidids. Several assassinations and loans later, I don't know if I'm still able to trust anyone. Queen Anake loses trusting, which reduces her diplomacy by 1, sadly. Why are they trying to hurt me? Queen Anake the Just improved the ambition to improve intrigue, because she just lost the trusting trait. Right, no valid ambitions.
So go to your intrigue tab. What exciting decisions do you get?
The only interesting one is openly adopt faith. So I was going to quickly look through my court for any other children who might want converting while I'm here. Reset. Search court by age. You tried to convert Heramel, I think. Interesting, I don't get the option at all. Thought I could generally convert anyone in my court. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe it's only my children I can convert when they're not my wards. Oh well, that might make sense. Now I'm still over endowed with. I can do another 2 counts. Got down to somewhere around here in the list, haven't we? Right. 300 more devotion spent. These Bibles are expensive. Given his hat, we need a legendary warrior. And philosophy. Good night, Steph. Jar jar. Right. Should Count Hans be recruited into the Fraticelli faithful? No, because we don't want him breaking people for us. Should Count Athelstan be recruited? Yes. They're going to try to besiege something back. Well, we'll wait till we finish besieging this thing and then go and kick them. But Athelstan has not joined us. Hello, I hear you wanted another battle. Excellent. Well, I have randomly captured Heribert di Spoleto. Anyone want to ransom him for me? Hooray! Okay, it's only for 10 gold. Probably not actually worth the hassle. Wulfrith of the Ultra-Jordanian Revolt has declared Ultra-Jordanian civil war for elective monarchy on Duke Morcar III of Ultra-Jordan. That's nice. Okay, the colours don't seem to have changed as I was expecting, has that? But that might be because... Okay, yes, that is actually part of the Kingdom of Al Jazeera now. It's just that the colours don't update quite right when you're in sub-realm mode. Oh yes, because both of those realms still existed or something. It's slightly weird. Anyway. We have now reunited those two parts of our
Still seem to have a war going on.
territory. Yes, that's the holy war that the Emperor is defending.
Yeah, right, some days Scotland.
Yes. Oh dear, I have no court chaplain. Well, happily, I should have a convenient... Who's Ezana then? What? Yeah, none of them are showing as secretly Fraticelli here, but presumably that's that's a lie. And if I go search my court, sorted by learning, that way, then I can tell that. Search my court for men, sorted by learning. Okay, so Izana isn't. Oh right, these are all bishops. So I have to now search realms sorted by, or vassals sorted by learning. Tomasz is indeed secretly Fraticelli. Ezana is not, but if we could convert him, that would be excellent. But he is zealous.
Yeah, well, they're not quite so good.
Well, Tomasz is all right, yes. He was my court chaplain until this other guy turned up with better,
Chaplaincy.
yes. Yes, Tomasz is secretly Fraticelli. Right, so I think I'm still a little nervous about the sheer number of troops my liege has. But we must be getting close to the point where I want to show my hand. Excellent. Prince Bermudo has become a grey eminence and can now go off and marry the Basilissa of Italia. But let's wait for his grey eminence to appear properly. There we are. 25 diplomacy. An excellent catch, madam.
Also, he's a secret Fraticellan, but you can't have everything.
Yes. More importantly, this gives me a non-aggression pact with a large Catholic empire,
Yes.
which I think might be helpful. Wonder if I can get a non-aggression pact with the Pope.
Well, it's going to be hard to do that by marriage.
Well, I can't marry the Pope, obviously.
Ask the Pope for an aggression pact, probably.
Apparently not, possibly because he's his primary title is a landless title. which is silly because he's got plenty of non-landless titles. I mean, look at them.
You've got stacks of other things.
Well, I mean, they're not quite so many. They have to be stacked up, but he's got more than me. Do you have anyone good who can marry Princess Emily? You've got your court chaplain, but I won't get a non-aggression pact out of marrying her to your court chaplain. Yes, for a while, his primary title was the Kingdom of Finland, so maybe then it would have been possible to work out a way to get him to like me. I mean, the other obvious nearby opportunity is the Abbasids. They do have 21,000 troops, though. They are actually a bit scary. 33,000. Because, like, they're, I think, last I looked, they're conveniently now next door to me. And I can holy war that lump off them.
Just since you're talking about Holy War, quick zoom out and check the religion of other things in the neighbourhood. I think you're fine.
I mean, there's
They're the only major sort of
power.
21,000 troops, go for it.
Oh, well, I should have checked the state of Arabia because something had probably happened there. Oh, well.
You're committed now to knocking bits off the opposites.
Right, excellent. Bermuda Athelwaldes has gone off to the... has left my court for the Empire of Italia, where he is the secretly Fraticelli husband of the... Oh, maybe she wasn't such a danger. She's been excommunicated. Well, maybe he can explain to her why this isn't such a bad thing. Right, this lot are about to run into a medium-sized, well, a tiny, but relative to them, medium-sized army. So let us get some half-decent commanders in there. Right, we have got some random count joining the war on the Abbasid side. Right, my liege has finished his war. He now has minus 9,000 money, but still 55,000 troops. This is proving a slightly dodgy battle, but we have won it. No actual war score for that battle, mind. Well, 0.45% war score. Let's send some of the leading troops into Abbasid territory. Mosul now has some stables. Nothing else we can build in Mosul. Yes, I've got an heretic as an advisor. Presume that's them. I mean, they've only got one flank, but that's still not going to be a problem. My daughter Golbahar never loses her temper. Well, I think patience is good.
It's a virtue after all.
Well, yes. I only seem to have one ward. We should fix that. Fix that, if we can, by trying to nobble the Duke of Aleppo. I can't remember if I've tried to nobble the Duke of Aleppo before. Already dealt with the heir to the Duchy of Galilee, haven't we? Yes. He's a Prince Archbishop. Dealt with the heir to the... Oh! The current Duke of Palmyra is not zealous. Let's try to induct him. Oh, he's a duke. No, I don't induct dukes. Terrible idea. Let's try to induct his heir. Keep trying to do things to Count Ehrman of Jeddah. It does not work. Athelwyn is sadly zealous. Oh, this kid's zealous as well. Thomas Di Spileto's too young. Garcia Gonzalez similarly. Him we've already dealt with. We tried to do something with Donato Bermudez. Oh yes, he wouldn't come to our court. The young Tripolitanian is already sorted. Possibly not Tripolitanian. He's too young. So he's too zealous. He's our new Duke of Samara. His son, his son is not yet converted. See if we can fix that then. This is a rather unbalanced army that's marching into this battle in the mountains, so I don't know if this is going to go well. Oh, happily the enemy army was also a complete mess. Oh, I fear that I cannot accept the Guardian contract because I try to apply for 2 Guardian contracts at once. Stoatface. Right. This guy will go for philosophy. And this kid's been inducted into the Fraticelli faith once already, or rather has not been. Well, let's hand him over to a random nearby person and then have another go at recruiting, getting that Duke. Still plenty of supply limit there. Right, now about that Duke. We want him in the Fraticelli faithful? No. Duke Ignatius. Sorry, we did actually want you to come to our court. Just I forgot that I'd invited you. Let's try it again. Right, that worked a bit better. Quick bit of ransoming from the neighbours. Duke Ignatius, have you considered the possibilities of being Fraticelli? You will notice how much my Chancellor has been telling you I'm great. Oh, it's almost 1300. Yes, I got through to little Ignatius. It is the 28th of December, 1299. A son was born to Oria Antses and an unknown father named Pelayo. Well, that at least means he's officially a Dispoleto. Pelayo would like to get married. I wonder if she can give me a hint as to who she'd like to marry. She's not actually in my court, so I don't quite know why I'm being told about this.
Perhaps the game knows who the unknown father is.
Oh no, for some reason he's in my... Pelayo is in my court, even though Oria is in the court of Basra.
That's unusual.
Right, okay.
Intracontinental ballistic baby throwing.
Yes, the end of history is 1435, is it? Is that right?
About 1453.
Okay, something like that. As Pinkby says, it's when the Ottoman Empire becomes top nation.
Which, to be fair, it's struggling to do.
Are you suggesting that in this game maybe the Ottoman Empire isn't going to turn up?
It's been struggling.
The way that someone seems to be crushing all of the Muslim forces over here.
Possibly.
He seems to have hired 4,660 troops. I may actually have to be slightly clever. Oh, the Abbasids have taken a great big lump out of Sistan, I think. Duke of Baghdad has declared a claim war on Basra. He thinks he should have the Duchy of Basra. Okay. All right, I think Oria may have left at approximately the time that her son was born, but left her son behind. So Al-Bahrain is now elective. Well, let's try to induct the current front runner into the Fraticelli faith while he's still cheap. Think just makes fair and mighty ruler a good thing. Duke Ignatius, oh, is his nose in the scriptures? Well, if we make him zealous, then that will make it much harder for anyone to convert him again later. Velf need not join the Fraticelli faithful. The fact that he is Fraticelli is enough. Siege event. Country Kuwait is trying to fabricate a game on the Duchy of Al-Bahrain. Not sure why I would want Ulo of Brodno back. He doesn't look like a particularly useful person. Right, we have finished besieging one of the two counties we're interested in. Conveniently, the Abbasids are having difficulties with their supply limits. So what we want now is to have a decent sized battle. Maybe. So we've so far only had two tiny battles. So let's march. I mean, that lot would be okay if we could get them somewhere that wasn't mountainous. Possibly we should head over to meet some of the allies who have less well organised armies. So I think this lot are heading through these really quite pointy mountains. I reckon a bunch of them are in Gillan at the moment and will become visible again. So I think we want to intercept that lot before they can join up with the main body of their army and hope we can get 5% war score out of them. Let's check. Have we actually got... Is one of these an organiser? Otto is an organiser, so he has no excuse for his being behind everyone else. We could stick another organiser in this one, though we might not really want them to go too quickly. Supply limit's a bit iffy there, but that shouldn't be too bad because we'll get into the coastal area, which surely has a huge supply limit, 15k. If we need it. Also, like, the aim here is to have a battle, not sit down and besiege things. Okay, maybe the those armies aren't taking the kind of route I expected. Duke Ansar, the usurper of Samara, has usurped the title of Deir. Well, yes, it's kind of in the nickname. Okay, you're trying to kill Benedicta Piast. That's nice, whatever. Aha, there we can see that army now. Oh, I let that one stop. That's a problem. Can't really engage them just with those 3,000. Probably. It might... I mean, to be honest, this lot will be there pretty soon. We probably just want to make sure that we catch the trailing edge of this army as it leaves Tabaristan. Or if we're all there really quickly, it's movement locked, let's go. Make sure we've got some really effective commanders in here though. Okay, one of the armies has managed to get unmovement locked, sadly. Still, this might be worth enough war score. Oh, we have a new Duke of Damascus, who is sadly, because he's zealous, has not managed to get converted to anything useful yet. Well, let's... his son is not old enough. He won't join us. Go on, will this be a big enough battle? Yes! 5.8% war score, an excellently sized battle. You know, let's march half the army back out into the mountains before they die of attrition. Bermudo di Spoleto is unsurprisingly now the Magistros, which I think is equivalent of Chancellor of Italia, because, well, when your husband has 26 diplomacy, it's probably not a bad idea. Let's march them into a convenient actual bit of Abbasid territory so that they can besiege some things. Oh dear, some days I think I'm going insane. It is probably all in my head, but sometimes I notice people staring at me. When my courtiers whisper, it is impossible to shake the suspicion that it might be about me. Being one of the Fraticelli faithful always felt worth it, but I'm not so sure anymore. Hold on just a bit, I think we'll probably reveal ourselves when we finish this war. Simply because, well, I'm running out of other things to do. Then maybe people will stop being so shocked at that I've got heretics as my advisors. Oh, there's a... Oh, that's a bit dangerous. There's a big Abbasid army coming to say hello, and we're only in desert and we're half their size. Right, well, let's get some very good commanders in there for a start. And while they're far too far away, we'll send in some reinforcements just in case they can get there in time. Do I assault this? It's surely not going to get me the remaining 13% war score from a single holding. No, we hold on. Successfully assault it. We're at, oh gods, we're at 98% war score.
See if they want to
Surrender anyway. No.
Can you assault the next thing?
There's nothing else left in this territory. That does mean that we're now getting ticking war score for holding the entire territory. So if the battle lasts long enough, yeah, just having a quick look around in case there's anything where the first holding is squishy nearby, but no, there isn't. I mean, they're already suffering quite a lot of attrition, it looks like. I think they had 20,000 soldiers last I looked. And like, we do have a defensive advantage and we have some good commanders. Stick my battlefield terrain master in the centre. Oh, I have an ambition available again, do I? Oh, I can try to improve my intrigue because my the stress is bad for my intrigue. So that is not a good start to the battle. So we didn't manage to get a narrow flank. 100% war score. The ticking has ticked. I have plus 3.33% for occupying the entire territory. Sorry, battle's off.
That's mine now. Thanks. Yoink. Don't forget to dismiss your troops.
Right, the apparently Duke Morcar has come of age. I have a bunch of messages that tell me, oops, I should have paid attention to that I've become several different kinds of Baroness. So I should probably just find a suitable candidate for being the new Duke of Fars. Let's do the thing I used to do long ago and say anyone of my dynasty who would like to join my court. And who looks like they might make a good vassal.
While you've got, once you've done that,
Henrique looks like she might be all right. Oops.
are we then going to
Yeah,
declare the rise of the Fraticelli faithful
we might do.
before you snuff it and you're not the head of the major religious order anymore?
Henrique, are you interested in becoming Fraticelli? Before you become landed and really hard to convert. Legendary warrior, since he's a brilliant strategist. Lost stressed by virtue of being married to a nice man. Fulfilled ambition to improve intrigue. Again. She didn't want to become Fraticelli. Oh well, we'll grant her a duchy anyway. I'll have to create the duchy first, of course. What's its de jure territory then? Okay, yes, it encompasses the coastal bit that I don't currently control. Actually, there was an alternative, which was to grant it all. Oh no, because I am the count of that place, yes. Okay. I'm going to say grant it to the count of that place, but... Right, Henrique. Would you like to be Duchess of Fars? Oh, that's... I've now mislaid my court chaplain because he was a bishop over there. So, what am I doing now? I'm seeing... So Izana is still the wrong religion. Yeah, we're going to have to invite someone, aren't we? That's embarrassing. Ideally someone with high learning who is not zealous. And then we can, like, see if we can get them to become secretly Fraticelli, assuming we don't have any secret Fraticelli who actually want to join our court. No. Let's hold a feast while we're waiting. So Isidoros will do a pretty decent job. We'll appoint him first and then see if we can convert him. So we can send someone out to hunt, which might get them some martial and might wound or maim or indeed even kill them. Let's just get the peasants to do it because I think I want to keep both my husband and my son. Right, what should my new court chaplain read about? He should read about philosophy. But Isidoros won't convert. Oh well. Then we will ask him by different means shortly. I'm going to wait for the end of the feast though. Some of the guests were invited with an ulterior motive. Why would I want to imprison Count Mirzad of Nisibin? Like, do I have a claim on Nisibin or something? I have a vague feeling I do. Yes. I don't really need the county. Bishop Gillen of Hatra cut the throat of one of my servants. Well, we'll imprison him for now. Who's Polycarpos Ohrid? He's my commander. Don't try to... kill my commanders. Right, so shall we try pressing the publicly reveal our faith button and see what happens?
Go on.
So, oh, it cost me 500 devotion. Conveniently, I have 568 devotion.
Right. Good, good.
All sympathisers of the true faith will be encouraged to openly express their beliefs. In particular, that means I think everyone in the whole of Outremer who is secretly Fraticelli will become openly Fraticelli.
I believe that's how it works. I think I can.
So it didn't even give me a confirmation dialogue. Just, at long last we reap the rewards of our hard work. Any fellow Fraticelli willing to join me in the victory, as I find peace in willing, shall join me in this victory, as I find peace and prosperity in revealing the struggle which has long been going on in our lands. A new era begins. Apparently we've immediately got a new Bishop of Persepolis. The counties of Sinjar and Mosul and Shiraz have converted. And another bishopric has converted. A new era begins. I get +2 monthly piety and +2 diplomacy, which is a reduction because I presumably lose the +3 diplomacy I had for being the herald of the Fraticelli.
I was about to go to Harold of Andraste.
No,
No,
I managed not to say that. And I am now openly Fraticelli, but my liege is not. So if we look at the realm of oh, that's set to, yes, bonk, clear that. Right, search the realm, sort by rank. Now we have a bunch of red crosses in the right-hand column. Maybe not as many as we'd like, but quite a few. And of course now I can just start demanding that people follow my faith. Presumably my husband now likes me a lot better, yes. So yes, I suppose what I should now do is start going through my vassals and going, right, you who are not openly Fraticelli, well, if you only need money, I've got money. So now I can take advantage of the fact that I haven't spent very much money since the Crusades and just bribe everyone to become Fraticelli. She might not be willing to be converted because she holds a temporary title.
So, how long before the Pope declares a crusade against you?
Okay, Wilhelm of Damascus I can't convert.
You can, of course, now put your court chaplain, provided they've declared themselves as Fraticellum, onto the
Well, I'll demand his conversion, certainly.
And then, of course, you can put your poor chaplain onto converting things. So.
Don't know if that's going to be enough. No. Pinkme says, oh, so the Fraticelli value money? So much for your old preaching. Hey, we just think the church shouldn't have money.
Individuals, it's possibly fine. Certainly if for the king.
Where had I got up to? Think he may be a lost cause. We can try. Oh, might work. Yes, my husband was one of the few who was already officially Fraticelli.
Well, I think I should probably home soon.
I still have a small amount of demanding conversions from everyone to do.
And once you've done that, you should probably wrap up because you have work.
Yes, yes.
Yes, well, good luck with your Fraticelli Empire. And here, you've got, of course, 9 years or so, or maybe not quite that long, before the Pope probably has a go at you. Because you had a crusade not that long ago.
Yes, indeed.
Awesome.
I'm going to get so many dialogue boxes soon. Right, that's everyone in my court and every one of my immediate vassals. I think bar one or something. Let's unpause and see what happens. So actually, what I should... No, let's let this happen first. Lots of people usurping bishoprics. Peasants revolt in Mosul. It's particularly silly because, like, how many troops can I raise in Mosul? Another 3,000. So if I march that lot in there, and then just before they arrive, raise Mosul's local troops as well, that should be enough. My fierce rival, my son, Prince Ordonio the Twitchy, my fierce rival has also become a follower of the new way of Christ. Well, I mean, I can't remember why he's my rival. I don't think it's useful for him to be my rival. So let's turn that off. Okay, how do I raise the vassal levy in each of those places to get my numbers up? I mean, to be fair, that should be enough. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, I've randomly ended up on the field. Oneka, you pompous brute! A shout carries through the desert where I'm fighting a close battle alongside my personal guards. In the distance, I see enemy reinforcements coming our way. Listen, I begin to my soldiers. I'm usually in favour of inspiring leader, I think. You know what they have, what we have, they don't, each other. Queen Oneka is now an inspiring leader. Not Lots of little messages turning up here. Lots of other people getting demands that they become Fraticelli, which is good. Prince Ordonio has agreed to end our rivalry. I am no longer my own son's rival. He does still seem to have a red border around him. Right, we've dealt with that pesky revolt. So, from the religious point of view, we have the slight problem that there are like 4 counties or so that are currently properly Fraticelli. So we need to send our newly Fraticellified court chaplain out to start converting the rest of the kingdom. Shiraz looks like a particular problem. But Shiraz is already converted. That might be why it's a particular problem. Well, let's just start with the places near the capital. So, our liege is grumpy because we're a heretic. And to be fair, well, no, we're grumpy with him because he's had our levies raised for far too long. So, what's the religion of my fellow direct vassals of the empire now? Quite a lot of them are still Catholic. Didn't I? Oh no, I tried to take Sinai and everything went wrong. Yes, I remember. So I now have the option to pretend, essentially go back to being secretly Fraticelli if I want to. I don't think that's likely though. Our aim now is to reform Europe, as Simon said. Sadly, I can't actually declare a holy war on my liege. Now, presumably now I now have a holy war casus belli against damn near everyone. Would have thought. Oh no, I'm not actually adjacent to him, am I? I said I would have a holy war casus belli against everyone. Except that, it's only those people who are actually Catholic and adjacent to me, I think. If that. I thought maybe maybe heretics don't get holy war casus belli, and it's only followers of the mainstream of the religion who get holy wars. I mean, obviously, I presume I still have holy wars against Muslims, but I don't have any territory adjacent to them anymore, because I took that bit. And presumably Sistan is still Christian. Yes. Okay, so I don't have a vast pile of holy war casus belli. Most of the dukes that I thought I would need to convert, I would need to imprison, I've successfully converted. This guy still doesn't much like me. That's after I sent him a big gift. Shall we see if we can imprison him? 49% chance of success. If we don't, then we have to have a quick war. Yeah, that seems like a good plan. He's now raised his flag in rebellion, though. Right. Oops. So now we have the tiny independent realm of Damascus. Well, not independent. He's still a vassal of Outremer, but he looks independent from us because, well, we're going to have to send some troops to squish him. So let's take my domain levies. And a few more because he's like not that feeble. Okay, let's not let them get flattened immediately. Indeed, what we should do is we should raise some troops on the way, and then they can join up with our ones. Excellent. Hold our troops briefly in Homs to join them together. Yeah, patience is a virtue in a vassal. There is, I think, going to be a lot of usurping of bishoprics as people argue over religion. On which subject? Hang on. Did I have a thought? I've forgotten what the thought was. Oh, it was mostly I should make sure that Golbahar is being tutored by someone worthwhile. Yeah, before I forget about her, let's hand her over to someone who will give her a better finishing education. Who's she marrying? She's marrying the King of Serbia. We don't really know how he's going to turn out, except he'll be short of backstabbing. Let's try to get her some good backstabbing. Right, we'll have her tutored by Ingvar for her last couple of years. I have no idea why we've got him in our prison. How long has he been in our prison? He's been here for 7 years, yes. Well, let's turn him Fraticelli and let him out. Dear Isidoros was attacked by heathens in Lisbon. He has been wounded. Still doesn't hurt his ability to proselytize. Right, we now have quite a lot of war score, but we do need to stomp in and actually occupy Damascus. Yes. So I think I imprisoned her because she was plotting against someone who I wanted to live. Possibly we can let her out now. Someone's built a really good castle in Damascus. Who's Ioannis Ekenes and why do you want to kill him? I have no idea. Oh well, get on with it. Enekes, sorry. This siege is taking a little while. Our war score is slowly dropping because he still controls all his territories because someone made a really big castle in Damascus. Well, Count Herman has always been a little strange. I never could have known that he was secretly a Catholic. Along with a community of other nobles in my realm who have been harbouring infidel beliefs for months, he has now openly professed what he dares to call the true faith. Sadly, I can't force him to convert back to being Fraticelli. Yes, I suspect quite a lot of these conversions have been less than entirely sincere. Pink Beast points out, well, they have been harbouring them for years. It just used to be a much safer harbour. Appears to be a Damascus fleet out there. Where's he got coast? All the way over there. How did he get his fleet over here then? Don't know. Ah! Sorry, I ended up in the wrong place. If I unpause, then this siege will finish. Right, that's better. Now there's another great big fort. It's going to take even longer to push over. All right, yes, that's that Utra-Jordanian civil war. Camel! Prince Velf of Arabia claims you will be better Marshal than King Athelwold. It's true, he has a martial skill of 26. My husband, King Athelwold, only has a martial skill of 25. Athelwold will be slightly annoyed by this, but like, I don't think that's a serious problem. He does get to be a commander anyway. Peasants have revolted in Danabjad. Well, they've got good hats. Oh, well, looks like the locals are dealing with that one. So the Abbasids are attacking the King of Sistan, and Emperor Manrique has joined in. Well, it'll keep him distracted. I think actually we might not get a crusade against us simply because our liege is not Fraticelli yet. His heir isn't Fraticelli either. Neither is his heir's heir. I mean, I think it would have been much better if we could have got the emperor to change religion at the same time, but that would have been a bit much. Oh, if I switch to religion view and then press control click, no, that doesn't do anything. Thought that might give me the religions of the next level down. I think vassals being heretics are okay. The problem comes when your councillors are heretics. Okay, some kind of thing going on. Oh yes, that's the end of the war for elected monarchy in Outre-Jourdain, because the Duke managed to capture the revolting vassal. Maybe I should have thrown more troops at this problem. That's the Outre-Jordanian army, the Latin army going off to try to defend Sistan. Actually, it occurs to me that an even better place to have my court chaplain proselytizing would be over in the still Muslim parts of my realm. Because like that way we get to turn them Christian and Fraticelli at the same time. Flamboyant schemer, not very useful. Oh well. What sort of thing I wanted to do? Yes, I wanted to do a quick demand religious conversion of her before she left. I mean, actually, she's not going to leave anytime soon. He's only 13. This is a rather slow siege. On time a bit faster. I should send you somewhere else. He probably loves me now. Yes. Send my court chaplain there. I mean, you're actually going to get Basra pretty soon anyway. Not court chaplain, my still, if we cheer her up, that would be good. And like, if she loses the war, then we'll move him somewhere else. Who are you trying to kill? You're trying to murder my spy master. Well, stop it. You're also Catholic. Stop it. We do only have a 42% chance of success. Oh well. Maybe we should wait until we finish this war. Nah. Bah. Oh well, we'll deal with you in a moment. Tempted to just run across the border and give him a quick thrashing, even though I'm halfway through this siege. Yeah, go on. Well, that battle was quite good for my war score, but probably don't want to be besieging a level 7.5 fort if I can avoid it. Might try raising a few more troops. That's a nicer size of army. County of Shiraz has been converted to the Catholic faith. That's not very nice. We've managed to make it Fraticelli. The Kurdish populace in Mosul have embraced Basque culture. So in amongst this Arabic, like all these counties are Levantine culture. Up there it's Greek, there it's Assyrian, but here in, and indeed, yes, presumably over here it becomes Kurdish, but in Mosul and Deir, in fact, we are Basque. We are all Basque. How very odd. Anyway, how's this war going? Stop running back and forth, I'm getting annoyed with you. Oh, sorry. Okay, someone is actually besieging my stuff somewhere completely other. Over here? Yes. There he is. Stop it. I'm riding through the desert of Madaba when I realise how this experience has simply become a matter of course. I rarely even think when I charge into battle. It just happens. I could surely make use of this insight, but how? I will master the desert. Because one of my ancestors mastered the desert. That's nice. How's our next child anyway? Emily is still only 12. I think I should become her guardian for now. Hang on, where are they going now? Actually, let's stick to moving them there so that they can join them all together. I'm a little bit worried about the way that my court seems to be contracting Black Death mind. Oh, the Emperor has contracted Black Death. That might not be good. Yes, we do have a bit of a Black Death problem. Not a problem in Jerusalem. Maybe I should try to get Jerusalem back as my capital. Or Damascus, which I'm like is probably more practical. My nephew Ignatius, the Duke of Aleppo, first to greet them and shower them with questions. Yes, let's let him become gregarious. Bah, I lost my spy master. I should have looked up how I lost my spy master. He's no longer plotting to kill him, so I think my spy master did die. But I can't think how I would... Can I just hit back until I find my spy master? Oh, there he is. Oh, he didn't die of being murdered, he died of severe stress. Sadly, I'm still at war with the person who was trying to murder him. So if we can take back the places he's occupied of ours, we will have a suitably high war score. Duke Ansar of Samara has contracted the Black Death. Oh, I do need to find a new spy master. I mean, we could see if we've got anyone around. No. No, I'm not letting you increase the Crown authority. Oh, yes, Emperor Nuno has taken become the thing after Manrique died of the dreaded plague. And he has thus destroyed his former kingdom of Yemen, possibly because I have a claim on it. I can't now go indoctrinating his son because he'll notice. Oh dear, the supply limit in that county is rather low. Let's split that army in half and send half of it one county to the south. Probably going to be quicker just to get into another battle, isn't it? Yes. King Guido of Arabia has died of the dreaded plague, which means that the title can't just keep bouncing back and forth between him and Maria. Maria of the Empty Pockets now gets to keep the title. And I don't have a truce with her. Lots of messages, most of which are not interesting. Do I care about your trying to kill Countess Hildegard? No, I don't think so. I think we only need to besiege this one more place. Duchess Valbarain. Oh, I can't ask you to convert because I'm at war. Problem is this besiege. Oh, the supply limit there has recovered. Excellent. I think it might have been winter or possibly the plague. So again, it might be quicker if I just went and had a quick battle to get the last few war score. If they don't run away. Oh, stop it. Aha! I can turn Princess Emily Fraticelli, yes. But possibly not proud? Who knows? Oh, this campaign has been easy pickings. Swinging my sword over the hills is a pleasure. Look, enemy commander Mayor Wolfgate is hiding. Oh yes, we've got 20 more points than him. Oh dear, but he won nonetheless. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Maimed and severely injured. Still, that means I can pick an ambition. I can try to improve my intrigue. Right. We have captured Mayor Wolfgate. Right. You, sir, are going to be ransomed to compensate for the injury you just did me. Fueled by rage. Still waiting for you to pay your ransom, though. Dear rival, maybe your years be short and miserable. I accept paying your ransom. Right. Should I join their plot to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Damascus? No, I can pretty confidently take that off him in a moment, though maybe not tonight. So, in my dungeon I now have both the Duke of Haute-Jourdain and the Duke of Damascus. They can thus both be persuaded to convert to the one true religion, though they will of course be released if they do that. That actually seems like a perfectly sensible thing to do. I mean, in theory I could instead revoke his title and no one would object. If I revoke his title, that means it comes to me, doesn't it? Well, that seems almost harmless unless I really want to keep him there. I mean, like that pushes him down to the Count of Montreal, and then I can find a good Duke of Outrejourdin. Yes. So he is now Count of Montreal, and I am Duchess of Outrejourdin. I want to get rid of that title fairly quickly because people will object to how many duchies I have, especially because I'm also about... I mean, now we can't... If we revoke another title, that would be unpopular. Oh no! Apparently I can also revoke that one. Our vassals will still not object. Okay. He is now Mere Morcar Athelwold's son. Not sure what to do with him now. Probably executing him would be considered rude, yes. Maybe he'll turn into my vassal, into my courtier in a moment, and then I might be able to expel him. Anyway, meanwhile, we also have Wilhelm, Duke of Damascus, who similarly we could convert. He's got a nice large... He might actually be worth keeping. He's got decent martial, and he's an organiser. Let's demand that he convert. So, Duke of Baghdad has expanded his territory. Duke Wilhelm has converted and thus been released, which was like most of what I wanted to achieve. Morcar is still here. If I banish him, how will that be viewed? Yes, we can banish him. We'll seize his gold. And that will generally be a good plan. He has pissed off to Ostfriesland. So Morcar is at court in Ostfriesland. His wife Richara is hiding somewhere in Ostfriesland, and his daughter is in Clydesdale. Okay, right. Well, that was reasonably effective. I've now got too many titles and too many technology points, but those all seem like things I can work out next time. Rather curiously, I still have a cause for imprisoning Wilhelm of Damascus, but I don't think I want to anymore. Everyone I can... Oh, Duke of Ascalon is the wrong religion. Well, that's not for today. What I will say now is it is time for me to go to bed. And so, having converted my kingdom, well, at least much of my kingdom, to being Fraticelli, what on earth is he up to now? No, I think he's just tidying up his armies. Having converted much of my kingdom to Fraticelli, though not the entire empire, So notably, I have a new emperor who really hates me. I think actually what I'll do before I go to bed is send my Chancellor to the Imperial capital in the hope that he can chat up the Emperor a bit. Right, and then I will say it is time for bed. Good night. No, not that button. That button. Good night.